Happy Sunday afternoon, guys. I'm just going to give you a video of my Pro Street Group build. As you can see before you, I finally got a motor. Ran into a couple problems that stalled my build a little bit. Unfortunately, I had to buy another kit, and I'll go over that here in a second. But just wanted to go over some of the things that I did do and some of the things that I'm working on. I focused mostly on the body because that's all I could really do. The glass, kind of ran into a problem with the glass, and I'll show you that. One of the things that I like to do on my builds is I like to get rid of the door handles, so they're gone. Took them right out, and they're out of there. Another thing I like to do, this is actually something that I learned a while back that I haven't done in a while, but on this one I thought would be better. The AMT body comes with molded in windshield wipers. I took those out. The reason I take them out is because I just didn't feel like they belonged on the car, and if I wanted to put some more in, I'll just do photo etch or something like that. Another thing I had to do, so the motor I got is a 429 Boss with dual carb setup from Ron Olson off of Shapeways. It makes some magnificent product. Look at that. Oil filter. I mean, that's top-notch stuff. I mean, look at the detail on that. Really good stuff. Got the motor block, and I actually went the extra mile and got some headers. Transmission I went with was a Power Glide. Most guys were in that. And then the intake, I am a big fan of dual quads, so dual carb setup. Carburetors on this, detail on these carburetors are killer. What I'm actually thinking about doing on this particular build, it will be the first time I've ever done it, but I'm going to run nitrous right into the intake. I think that'll look really good. So that's going to set right on top, just like that. And then I actually went the extra mile and picked up these headers. I spent a mint on this, so it doesn't make sense to do this on every build, but on this particular one, I wanted it to stand out a little bit more than my average build because I'm actually thinking about taking this to a show. So we'll be working pretty hard on doing that. But once I got once I kind of, you know, it's on trees, but I could still get an idea from taking this and kind of placing it in here. It was obvious that the core support and the inner fender wells would gotta have to come out. So all I basically did with that is I took a back of a X-Acto blade and cut them right out. And it basically gave me a nice clean cut. But I will have to go back in and put some support in for this. I don't know how I'm gonna work on that. I've got an electric fan that I really wanna put in here. So, one of the problems I ran into, well, the problem I ran into was the glass. So look across the top, you'll notice that it has these indentations. They're not supposed to be there. So, when you put that in the car, you'll see that don't work. Got big gaps, huge gaps. So after a few choice cuss words and a few choice things that I said, I had my conniption moment. Got myself back together, and I actually went out and bought another kit, and that's okay. Because that's part of model building. This is all part of model building. It's part of life. You know, just run into problems. That's just the way it is. So you just gotta adapt and overcome, as my drill instructor would say. So I adapted, and I don't know if I overcame yet. So on that note, I want to share with you how I go about scraping these off. So I have some chisels that I use that I got from Micromark. These chisels right here. These are really nice to have for work like that. And what it enables you to do, they're nice and sharp, and they hold an edge. And what enables you to do is you could just scrape it right down to the level you want, which is the same thing that I did on these. And I really like how it came out. So the fun part about doing modeling is you can always make the model your own model. You don't have to follow the lead of someone else. You can just, once you learn these techniques, you can just do it your own way. So I'm having fun. Had some comments on the wheels that I'm using on this. So these are actually wheels that I got from VCG by Reese. And that's not the finished product. They have these bead locks that actually come on as a second piece that will go on there like that. So that'll really be a nice look. And then here's the front side of the tire. That's the inside. So basically what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to drill a hole in the rear end, and I have to come up with some, you can see through there, I'm gonna have to come up with some hubs that I can put back there and make it nice and interesting to look at. And we'll come up with something to do on that. The tires are the 41 Willys tires. I'm really wanting to go with the Chevelle tires and see if I can make them work. So we'll work on that. Another part of the update is I got some kits that I want to share with you that are near and dear to my heart. Bear with me a second, guys, while I reach for them. So I was able to pick this up. This is a very highly sought after kit. Don't make it anymore, obviously. I think it quit being produced back in '97 or something like that. But this was a really cool kit. It's a takeoff of the Bob Glidden. Not exactly the same. This is running a 351 Cleveland. And there's some things that Revell did while working with Matt and Debbie to make this a specific kit for them. So pick that up. And of course, most Pro Street guys have to have a Nova. Pick that up. And pick that up. So that's a really cool kit. Don't let the box art scare you. This builds up to be a really nice truck. And there's some tricks that I learned from other builders on what you can do with this build, which is why I bought it, and I don't really have a shop truck. So I think that's it for today. So I want to once again thank my subscribers, and I want to thank the individuals that take the time out of their day to watch the videos that I put out. But we're coming along, and I think now that I've got the second kit, I can really kind of push the limit and actually start getting this thing done. So everybody have a good Sunday, and keep building them models. Have a good day, guys. This is Terry. I'm out.